What's going on, guys? I hope this thing isn't too frozen or whatever, stupid cameras or what, but I'm not even really mad over this game. I know it's easy to just kind of point out we lost and the season's over, but in all seriousness, the Blues are just a better team than us. I don't think there's anything we could have done. Uh, yeah, I know we were up 1-0 for a share of time, and I know you can't sit on a 1-0 lead. It just doesn't work that way. I know we've had a few wins like that, but it happens. This season's been a mess anyway. Painful to watch. Ever since February hit around, you just knew that this team wasn't going to go anywhere. They were losing. And I know they were barely better than the Dallas Stars, and that's how they made the playoffs. But they clearly weren't good enough to win anything this year. Defensively, not good. Goaltending this series actually wasn't bad. I know it's easy to point the finger at Niemi for that mishap, but you got to score more than one goal if you want to win games. You can't just defend on 1-0. It's unfortunate. Niemi, I wish he caught that first goal. I think it was by Langenberg. Should have caught that, but that didn't go in. And then I believe the second goal was just a very good tip. Defensively, we've had trouble all year, and it just kind of showed. Uh, but I can be at peace and just say, hey, we lost to a way better team than us. Another team that was much more loaded. The Sharks, they didn't play well in the second half. It's pretty obvious we weren't playing well in the second half of the season. And just kind of showed this game. Didn't look good offensively. Once again, the Blues defense is for real. Teams that play defense against us have always been our kryptonite, and once again it showed tonight. Blues defense just not as expected, not what I was thinking it would be. Uh, but it doesn't hurt as bad as it should. I know for some of you out there who only watch hockey, it hurts. But for me, it is what it is. At least they didn't score with like 2 minutes to go or something, and at least they scored early enough where it was like, all right, I got it over with. The loss. The big positive from this series, though, I could take is Antoniemi played well. I know the stats won't show it, but he's the only reason why some of these games were closer than what they were. Joe Thornton, the other positive. Thornton showed that he can still produce in the playoffs. I know statistically it may not seem like a lot, but he was looking good both two-way hockey-wise for the Sharks. And I thought Thornton looked pretty good credibility-wise. But some of the other guys, specifically, the milk carton awards to Pavelski and Marlowe. I didn't see Patrick Marlowe at all. I don't know what we're going to do, but this coaching staff, everyone's job, you don't know whose job is safe because none of them's are. This whole season, we looked horrible defensively. It's the truth. It's honest. But it is. That's what happens. They can't play defense, they're going to score on you, and that's just what it is. Some of these guys just didn't live up to the hype. Brent Burns, I think, will be fine. Just give him some time. I know it looks bad right now, but we had to pay. We needed a defenseman at the time, and we had to kind of take that gamble because this is a win now mode. But I don't know. Would you be willing to rebuild partially? I wish we could. I wish we could trade Patrick Marleau, in all honesty, but I know we can't because he's got a no-trade clause. There's a lot of things this off season. I don't even know if we'll have much of an off season because of the whole lockout. I know there's that saying, there's always next year, but there might not even be a next year for some of these guys. The lockout possibilities. I'm not a good with technicalities. So some of you who followed this whole lockout drama, possibly it might happen in the NHL again. So, but let me know what you guys thought. This series, the heart was there. I'll say that much. The heart was there tonight. I'm not going to question that. They were playing hard, but the execution just wasn't there. Shots, once again, the shots were getting blocked. A lot of shots were getting disrupted. That's just the Blues playing good defense. The Blues match up real well with us, and I felt, personally, I felt we needed to win the Pacific Division to have any shot. And Blues, Canucks, either team in the first round was a matchup night scenario that I did not want to see as a nightmare. And of course, what happens? We happen up playing the Blues, and Phoenix wins the division, which they earned. I'm not going to deny that. But they didn't play as well in the second half, and when you're not playing well in the moments, it just wasn't good enough. I'm not really mad. It's just part of the game. And the Blues, a much better team, well-coached team, and they got experience from a few veterans, and then they got the coach who's been really turned them around just defensively. They're one of the top teams defensively for a reason, and they showed it tonight. Their defense is for real. Them in Nashville, one of those two I think are going to represent the West. I don't know if it's going to be them head to head, but those two play defense, and that's what happens when you play defense. You can win games. I'll probably have a season recap later down the line in a couple weeks or so, but I got to focus on a few other things now. So this is about it for Sharks, of course. Sharks talk until I make maybe a little after season talk. Other than that, this is it. So Sharks fans, it's been good talking to y'all. Let me know what you guys thought about this season and about this game. It sucks, but I can move on from this and say, hey, we didn't have a team that was built for contending this year. It's the cold hard truth. They had the potential. They had good stuff on paper, but that's why they play the games. And we didn't look good at all defensively. We couldn't solve their defense all series. So, props to the Blues. You kicked our ass, shutting us down everywhere, and that's about all there is to it. See you guys later. Go Sharks as always.